Dr. Disrespect, a content creator who rose to stardom and was one of the most beloved internet figures, has now officially destroyed his career. Rolling Stone published an article giving more damning details on this situation, and not only did Dr. Disrespect know it was a minor he was exchanging explicit messages with, but it was, in his own words, no problem. Let's get into it. A very short recap, if you don't already know. Guy B, aka Dr. Disrespect, was banned in 2020 from Twitch indefinitely for reasons that were a mystery to everyone. Even stranger, no other major social media site offered him a contract to swoop him up. With his star power, this did start the rumblings and questions of what could have possibly happened, but no one knew, and I assume that Dr. D thought that no one would ever find out. So for 3.5 years, we had questions with no answers, but then, on June 21st, a former Twitch employee, Cody Connors, on Twitter let slip that Dr. D was banned for using the Twitch Whispers product to message a minor and had made plans to meet up with them at TwitchCon. However, they did not ever meet. And further reporting from journalists confirmed Connors was a former Twitch employee and confirmed the accuracy of his reporting from other Twitch employees at the time. In situations like these, it's usually best to just shut up and let your lawyers handle these sorts of things. However, Dr. Disrespect is a man of action, that action being putting his foot repeatedly and violently into his own mouth. In his first major statement on Twitter, he didn't mention it was a minor who he was speaking to, but then he edited this statement 3 times. The first to add in an explicit admission he knew it was a minor, just putting in the word minor, the second to take it out, and of course, the third to put it back in because it didn't look real great, flip-flopping like this all the time. Also, of course, in this statement, Dr. Disrespect said of the messages that he sent to this minor, they were leaning too much in the direction of being inappropriate. This comes back later. So, Dr. Disrespect was doing himself no favors in this situation and only making things worse for himself. Let your lawyers always handle it. But I linked to the full statement down in the description if you want to see for yourself. But at this time, in this space, we still had no evidence of anything. We still had questions even. How old was this person actually? Were these messages like flirting or something much worse? And does Dr. Disrespect have a bad pattern of behavior, or was this a one-time mistake? This brings us to the shocking new details. Rolling Stone posted an article on June 27th shedding more light on the disgusting behavior of Dr. Disrespect. The day after Midnight Society, the studio Dr. Disrespect founded, cut ties with him. Further digging uncovered that, quote, 3 sources confirmed to Bloomberg that Beam had been kicked off the site for sending direct messages to a minor that included sexually graphic details, with an anonymous Twitch employee stating that, I recall that Dr. Disrespect was made aware by the individual that they were underage during the conversation, after which he indicated that this was no problem and continued on. There was no confusion. Messages sent after this were acknowledged and were no less graphic and in sexually explicit nature than before. And I think more than the categorization of leaning too much in the direction of being inappropriate might indicate. And of course, after this was discovered, Twitch decided to call in the Gold Sparrow. As some of its streamers faced a flood of sexual misconduct allegations in June 2020, Twitch created an incident response team codenamed Gold Sparrow to develop a process to investigate and take action on the reports as one unit. When you're making Twitch employees sound more like Captain Price's team in Call of Duty, you know you really screwed up. But yes, an entire group was brought together to face the mounting investigations they were facing. The group, after their initial investigation, said the following. After viewing the contents of the Whisper conversation, it quickly became clear the egregiousness of conduct and what actions Twitch must take. The decision to permanently terminate Beam was relatively quick due to the severity of the behavior. Following this, in 2021, Twitch basically made the Task Force 141 of Twitch mods to investigate off-site misconduct by their creators. The ramifications of Dr. Disrespect's behavior was so severe that it caused a seismic shift in how Twitch handled offenders like him in the future. YouTube was also made aware, at the very least by journalists digging into the story as it happened, what at the time was Dr. Disrespect's recent ban did involve inappropriate messages to a minor, with Ryan Watt, a former executive at YouTube, saying, "The unfortunate part of all of it was there were so many rumors circulating in the industry, one, that a minor was involved, but no one produced firsthand knowledge or evidence, and because of those rumors, there was no reason to entertain doing any deal with Beam, and no evidence produced means you can't act on a terms of service violation." The whole situation got even more confusing when Twitch settled and effectively said no wrongdoing, which made everyone in the industry dismiss the rumors, but even still, there was never a reason to do a deal with him after that ban. To end it all off, CAA, Dr. Disrespect's former talent agency, told Rolling Stone that they had cut ties with him and added he had not been a client of theirs for some time. The San Francisco 49ers, a team that used Dr. Disrespect in promotional roles, also cut ties with him, and even NBA 2K, the soulless dudes over there, would remove him and his character from NBA 2K23. And a former Twitch employee said the following about the whole situation and how it changed things. "Even today, I am humbled by that experience," says the former Twitch employee who was at the company when it mobilized to address the reports of misconduct by Beam and others in the summer of 2020. "The bravery of the victims speaking out and the commitment by my colleagues to doing right by them, I hope that we're all on a better path now for it." So in my earlier vid, I do want to apologize to Twitch and everyone who is a member of the Gold Sparrow team. I think this was handled swiftly and competently, especially after having to basically adapt on the fly to all of this. Twitch did not cover up anything criminal in my opinion. However, it is sad to see that it took so long for all of this to come out. But when you're dealing with legal issues, I can understand that sometimes the right thing to do morally can be suppressed at times by a good team of lawyers. And yeah, I think that's about... Oh, wait! Recently, a trans woman on June 26 released alleged DMs with Dr. Disrespect, stating, "During that time in 2017 when he was cheating on his wife with not only me, a trans sex worker, but also another woman, and texting a minor. He was exploiting me by making me give him cam shows with the promise of partnership. After the cam shows ended, he went ahead and blocked me." She also did put a video of these alleged DMs on her post linked in the description here. I have a feeling this will be more angering for Nick Merckx, Dr. Disrespect's former friend, than anything else at this point. So, yeah. Now, that is definitely everything. I cannot confirm, nor has this claim by this trans sex worker person been confirmed by anyone just yet, to my knowledge. So take this with a grain or a mountain of salt, whatever you believe is appropriate here. Dr. Disrespect has now been outed for the person he truly is. I grappled over including any jokes in this video due to not the effect this would have on Guy Beam himself, but his family. I truly hope they are not affected by this to a severe degree. I truly do wish the best for Guy's wife and child, as they're innocent in all of this. Truly, I hope his child gets to live a normal life and his wife can proceed to live happily after all of this blows over. Lastly, I want to say something to Dr. Disrespect's fans that were in my comment section on the last video defending him with nothing to go on but hopes and prayers that he was actually innocent. I've never had an idol I looked up to in my life. It's just not the way I did things usually, just kind of naturally. So I can't really empathize with the effect of seeing someone you loved and admired be shown to be something you despise. The very thought you trusted this guy and fought for him should make you feel bad, but not because you're an idiot or I'm here to own you or anything like that, but because when you stake yourself to creators like this, you want them to be something that inspires you to be better. Someone who you'd want to emulate. Sadly, some of you will simply find another person to latch on to and place your hopes and dreams in them. So truly, I hope it works out for you. But for others, please try and take this opportunity to find out what you believe. Become your own person. Content creators are here to be entertainment, not your moral compass. And any of their moral failings aren't yours to defend as if your reputation is on the line with them. You were made a fool of by a man who didn't even care enough about his own family to make better choices. So what makes you think you're higher up on the priorities list for these people? Have a healthy skepticism of everyone. Search out the truth even when you're scared it will prove you wrong. Because in that, you become better than people like Dr. Disrespect. And at that point, you won't need an idol. You'll be the better version of yourself you envisioned already, because you took a first tough step on a road that is scary, but very rewarding at the end. This isn't a bad thing for you. Dr. Disrespect's downfall is not bad for you personally, but it can be the start of something awesome for you all the same. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video. It really helps it with the algorithm and stuff like that. And of course, subscribe to the channel. I have been 10Wise, and I'll see you next time.